D-U-L-L-A-H. And he is the lead organizer for the American Civil Liberties Union in Missouri, or the ACLU of Missouri. Mustafa.
Greetings, everyone. Good morning. As was said, my name is Mustafa Abdullah. I'm the lead organizer for the American Civil Liberties Union of Missouri. I'm here today. I first want to say that I'm standing here today as someone who is unapologetically Muslim, who is proud to work at an organization that protects the Constitution for all Missourians, and someone who loves his community, both his American community and particularly his Muslim community. Our Muslim community is beautiful, it's diverse. I know are amongst the most ethnically and racially diverse religious communities in this country. The Muslim community in America literally has representation from all walks of life across the world. We are the organizers, we are the attorneys, we are the doctors, we are the janitors, we are the fast food workers. We represent a whole constituency across this country. And so, first and foremost, I just stand here to say that it's important for us to be public and to show our love for each other publicly, and to be unapologetically who we are, particularly in these important times. The first thing I want to say is that the ACLU condemns this second reiteration of the Muslim ban. It's important to note that Trump has made clear, as was said before, that he wants to be banning immigrants from Muslim-majority countries. And so this new ban has just recommitted itself to the religious discrimination of the previous ban. And I think that we can certainly expect that there's going to be strong disapproval in the courts, but also, even more importantly, from the people. And so we have to remind ourselves that the freedom of religion is a principle that's enshrined in our Constitution, but it's also the promise that America has made to both the world as well as to our own citizens in this country. And so we cannot be discriminating against people based on how they pray, or what they believe, or how they look, or where they come from. And I think it's important to note that a revised discrimination is still discrimination. The second thing that I want to say is that the changes that the Trump administration has made undermines the arguments that are made around national security. So just to take a few examples, there's several questions that I would pose based on the current iteration of the executive order. If the ban is urgently needed, why did the president keep postponing its release after finalizing it? Including, he basked in good press after his speech to Congress last week. The second question is, if the list of 7 banned countries was justified by security concerns, then how come Iraq could lobby its way off of the list? Were the other countries given a chance to adjust their procedures or address any of the concerns that our government apparently has? And number 3, if the list of the 7 banned countries was justified by security concerns, why does an internal report by the Department of Homeland Security say that there's insufficient evidence to basically argue that we should be further restricting immigration from these countries, or that these folks from these countries pose any kind of specific threat or a particular kind of threat? And lastly, if the original order required the country-by-country review of vetting information to be completed within 30 days of January 27th, how come they now need another 20 days from March 6th to do it? The original review provision was not suspended by the court in the state of Washington. So these are just a series of questions that I have. And lastly, I would say that there's actually a study that was done by the Cato Institute that also says that immigrants in this country either keep crime rates the same across communities or they actually lower it. So we're particularly skeptical of these arguments based on national security. The last thing I'll say is that we're not a country that's built or based on religious litmus tests. Religious freedom is a fundamental American value, and those principles are enshrined in the Constitution. And so one of the reasons why I work at an organization like the ACLU is because I firmly believe that if the rights of one population or community in this country, like Muslims, are under threat, that it poses a threat to the rights of all Americans. And so I want to encourage folks to stand with organizations like the ACLU and with CARE to sign up to stand in solidarity with the Muslim community. And I encourage you, if you don't have relationships with your Muslim neighbors, to take advantage of this wonderful upcoming opportunity at the Dar al-Jalal Mosque.